Hi, everybody. Good morning and welcome to Brunch with Brian, your daily live stream, your daily slice of positiveness and success thinking. And today I was thinking about energy. Today I'm going to talk about energy. Where do you get energy? Where do you lose energy? But one place that you can always derive energy is from, believe it or not, smiling and deep breathing. So there's activities you can do to get more energy during your day. Who's the most energetic person you know? They're a good role model. And you guys know who I'm going to say is Lynette. Lynette is my big role model for energy. So she's a very energetic person, and you can be a lot more energetic. And I was thinking about energy, and today I got up and went on the elliptical trainer for like 65 minutes. So does that give you energy, or does that take away energy? Because you're tired after doing that. And I always think exercise gives you energy in the long run. So I love exercise, and I want you all to, how I always talk about exercising, getting on some kind of a routine, because I want you to live a long time. I want you to live, and I want to have this relationship on Brunch with Brian with you for decades. So I'm not going anywhere. So you hang in there too. So staying healthy, and it's not just longevity, it's enjoying the time you have and feeling more healthy and happy. So let's always start with a smile, or continue your day with a smile. That's my instant access to a positive state of mind. It's like your little window that you can jump through at any time. It's your smile to get to a positive state, which is where the law of attraction starts to bring good things to you. Okay, so we're all smiling, and I always say at least 30 seconds of a big full smile. So I know everybody's smiling, right? Right, yes, you're smiling. And now we do our deep breathing. Of course, keep your smile going during your deep breathing. Like to take 3 big deep breaths. Okay, so let's start with the first one. Hold it in a little bit. And let it out. I always like to, stretch out when you get that breath going. That's a good cue to start to loosen up. And a lot of us hold a lot of tension in our shoulders and our necks. So that's always a good area to start. And if you can just roll your shoulders around a couple of times, and it really loosens them up in your neck, that always makes you feel better. Okay, and another deep breath. Hold it for a sec, and yeah, loosen up. Okay, why don't you loosen your hips up a little bit? Are you sitting down? Okay, usually, sometimes I do hips and stuff. Usually you can get away with just doing your neck and your shoulders, but it's always good to stand up anyway. So, okay, and let's do another deep breath. Hold it, and okay, let it all go. So that's great. And I can tell you right now that if you don't feel more energetic right now than you did 2 minutes ago, it's because you didn't do the deep breathing with me. So get on board here and do, we love participation. That's a huge thing here. We're always participating mentally and physically when the Brunch with Brian's, our brunchers. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to talk with the energy, guys, I was just thinking about that. And who gives you energy, who in your life, after you have time with them, you leave feeling more motivated, more excited about life, happier, energized. Okay, and then who do you have time with and you kind of leave that experience de-energized? So, look at where you're spending your time. What activities give you more energy, make you feel better and more excited about life? And what activities, sap your energy. So look at the things that you do during your day. And I will say that a big part of energy, and this is unavoidable, is what you're eating. That's going to obviously really affect your energy levels. And if you're eating a bunch of sugar and caffeine and stuff, your energy is going to go up. It's going to spike up, and then it's going to crash. So that's why we like to have not big infusions of sugar and caffeine, but more stretched out and just good health eating. Now I'll tell you, I didn't think I was going to get into this, but it just seems to suggest itself as a part of energy. Is it really something you need to talk about? Is, remember, I lost 50 pounds about, let's see, 2013. So it's like 7 years ago now. So I lost 50, I weighed 204, and then I went all the way down to 154. I actually went down to 147 just to see how low I could go. But I was really scrawny, so I gained back some, and then I started lifting weights and doing other stuff. So when I was losing that, the energy that you get from your food, what really helped me was, instead of eating a big honking meal like for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I spaced it out and I ate like 5 meals a day. And I still do a version of this. I don't eat big meals. Portion size is a huge thing to controlling your weight. And you'll never control your weight until you can control your portions and basically be satisfied. Small portion satisfaction. Write that down. Small, or smaller anyway. Small portion satisfaction. You look at a plate and say, what would satisfy me? If you look like at a dinner plate and how much food on there, and then cut it in half and say, okay, that's how much would satisfy me. And you know what? Your stomach's going to chime in. Your stomach will go along with you. Whatever you decide, your stomach actually will shrink, and you'll get used to eating whatever level of food, unless it's just not even enough to survive. But you can subsist on a lot less, way less portions than you may be eating now. So think about cutting your portions way down and spacing out. Instead of eating 3 big meals a day, eating more like 5 times. So what I did was I had a schedule where I was eating at about 8 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and 8 o'clock, something like that. But little smaller snacky type stuff. Like yesterday, I just had one of my favorite meals from back in those days, and it's celery, like 3 big pieces of celery, with some cheese, sharp cheddar is what I like, and salsa, and some Triscuits. And so, that you can make a pretty good meal out of that. And so I can last for 3 hours on that. So, depending on what you're used to, it might take a little while to train your body to do something like that. And also your schedule really plays in, because sometimes people have very rigid schedules for mealtime, and everybody eats dinner at the same time, and you always have a big, huge meal. And so it may be difficult to adjust your schedule perfectly for that. But if you can make small adjustments where it's more about healthy snacks throughout the day and not big meals, and then trying to make it through a marathon of time until you eat your next big meal. That's not how your body's constructed to process a massive amount of food over a long time. It's much better to eat like every 3 hours and keep your blood sugar level. So that's, I wasn't thinking I was going to get into that, but my topic of being energy, which I was thinking more of emotional energy and motivational energy. So just think about who you're exposing your mind to, and what you're allowing as your input during the day, and see how that's affecting your energy, and see if you feel energized, like you want to jump around and get excited after you're exposing yourself to some whatever input it is. And then, vice versa, the other side of the equation, where it saps your energy. So let's focus on having lots of energy. This is going to be the summer of success, the summer of social media. I know a lot of you guys are doing social media with us. And I know Lynette's doing a lot of consulting calls. So if you got that social media system and you haven't got your consultation calls in yet, get on with us and get going with that, because that's what gets everything implemented. So energy today, that's the buzzword for today. So that's where I'm going to leave you guys. I guess it's corn on the cob day. So if you want to know that, that's kind of a cool day. And there was also one other day, but I will catch up with you guys and we'll put it on the Facebook post. So love you guys, and I will see you. Wait, it's Thursday today. So I almost forgot to mention Thursday's live with the Wolffs. So that's coming up this afternoon. Oh, I'm glad I thought of that. So guys, I'm going to be catching you again with Lynette in about 7 hours and 20 minutes. So stay tuned, come back and catch us this afternoon for an awesome Thursdays live with the Wolffs, where we always cover some really great stuff. And guess what? There's a good chance it'll be connected to our theme of energy and having more energy. So we'll probably talk a little bit more about that. So we'll see you guys, and we'll always have great tips about real estate and success thinking, as we do here. So, and we'll see you in about 7 hours and 19 minutes on Thursdays Live with the Wolffs. And I'll see you back here tomorrow on Brunch with Brian.